A local group that specializes in search and rescue missions is spending the weekend honing its skills. Today's mission was to fine-tune one of the most important tools, dogs. News 3's Andy Waterman was in Pope County today for the Little Egypt search and rescue training. He's joining us now live with more. Andy.
Well, Ryan, today's training involved trailing, tracking, and air scenting, all tools that search and rescue dogs need to develop and practice if they're going to be on a scene that could mean life or death. Organizers say the search and rescue exercise is not only a chance for experienced dogs and their trainers to practice, it's even open to people who have never been a part of search and rescue before. Newcomer Lynn Fair says she's always been interested in search and rescue, so she brought her terrier to this weekend's training to evaluate if they would be a good fit.
I'm all or nothing. Okay, I'm going to come to a training for my first exposure that's 3 days long, and I'm going to see what it's all about, to see if this is something I'd like to do, and I love it.
Organizers say when they look at new dogs, it's important that the canines are calm and accepting of the chaos that is happening around them, so they'll be able to respond in a real situation. Little Egypt search and rescue leaders say although they have some police canine units attend their training, they encourage more to participate because police dogs often reach the scene well before a search and rescue team.
In the case of a search and rescue mission, just minutes can be the difference between life and death. To make sure the worst doesn't happen, volunteers with Little Egypt Search and Rescue train continuously to fine-tune their skills. News 3's Andy Waterman has more from today's exercise, where the crew's most important tools were put to the test.
What a good boy!
At first glance, this may just look like dogs playing around, but in reality, they're training for search and rescue missions.
Every situation that you can put them in gives them the experience to where they accept it calmly and they can stay focused on what they need to do, and that's following the trail and finding the person.
For some dogs and their trainers, this exercise offered by Little Egypt Search and Rescue isn't their first rodeo. But the training isn't just for those with experience. Even newcomers to search and rescue are welcome to join. Lynn Fair has been interested in volunteering the last several years.
I'm all or nothing. Okay, I'm going to come to a training for my first exposure that's 3 days long, and I'm going to see what it's all about, to see if this is something I'd like to do, and I love it.
Fair, a retired sheriff's deputy, brought her terrier for different trailing, tracking, and air scenting exercises. She says she didn't realize how involved people and their dogs have to be.
It's given me a good exposure here to what this field is all about, and you have a lot of dedicated people here.
Dana McGuire, chief operator for Little Egypt Search and Rescue, says there is a trick in making sure the dogs perform regardless the situation.
Your dog shouldn't know the difference when you actually go out on a search as opposed to when you're actually training. It's always fun, and it has to be fun even on a search when lives are counting on you finding that person.
Good job, buddy.
In Pope County, Andy Waterman, News 3.
Little Egypt search and rescue officials encourage canine units from area police departments to join in on the training as well, because oftentimes those police dogs can be on scene well before a search and rescue